Chat, here we go. We have Dark versus Mozzarella in a show match sponsored by Rocket League. Shout out Rocket League. We're going to be playing on Driftwood's Night, the new arena as a part of Haunted Hollows. And we're going to have Mozzarella versus Dark. I believe this is Mozzarella's debut. He is an up-and-coming French player who is doing a lot of different tryouts on various high-level teams, I believe, if I understand this correctly. But not only that, but he's also a solid 1v1er. And today, he is going to try and take down Dark in a $250 1v1, a nice best of 5, to see who is the better ones player. Now, Dark has been playing a good amount of RLCS as well. I was talking about, Mozzarella's RLCS ventures and these tryouts coming up to this next season. Dark had a great finish, I would say, to the Middle East region's season. And while I don't know what Dark's going to be up to going into the next one, I'm hoping he is finding a team and looking to stay involved, as he's going to get caught out of position, and his insane dashes are not going to be enough to get him back. If you guys haven't seen Dark play before, then you probably are new to the channel, which is great. You should subscribe. If this is your first time here, you should subscribe to the channel, because we are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And I think we can do it, but we're going to need a little bit of your help. That being said, you probably have seen him before, because many of my subscribers have. And he sure loves his pogos. He's definitely the best pogoer in the game, bar none. And he is also one of the best dashers. He might be the best dasher, bar none, as well. The only problem is he sometimes gets over-interested in using those mechanics. He can find himself out of position. Right now, he's going to score first against Mozzarella and chase him off the ball. I'm interested to see how Mozzarella is going to do in his first match here on this stream. He has been playing a good amount of ones, not just in qualifiers for events, as he goes irregular bump to get his third goal, but he's also been playing on Hootie Who's stream in show matches, and I want to say he might be undefeated, chat. You can let me know if he has caught a loss, but I want to say he's undefeated upwards of 7 or so matches, 7 to 8 matches on Hootie Who's stream. 8-0. 8-0, so he is certainly coming into this match prepared to face somebody like Dark, and he might try and start a 1-0 streak over here on the Feer channel, depending on what he can do. Dark is live right now. I'm assuming he didn't go offline. At least I hope he didn't, because he had started his stream around the time we were talking to him about the match. I'm sure people coming from his stream understand that, because he had his DMs showing up live on stream, which is not something I see very often. But Dark, ready to hop in. I think it's maybe the first time I've seen him play a show match while live. Don't know if that's going to affect how he plays. He did have his audio on, or I should say his mic on, when he was streaming earlier. Not sure if he's going to try and turn it off and lock in, or just hang out with chat. Thank you, Crimson Behilitz, for the brand new Prime. I believe Mozzarella streams as well, although I doubt he's live. I believe he was in a tryout right before playing in this match. Dark has now earned himself a possession at ceiling height. Mozzarella, who probably knows what Dark is capable of, is not interested in letting him get that dribble going for very long, and will immediately steal it off the underside of his car, make it a 6-1 lead. I think the last time Dark played on the channel, he might have played one in between, was the Masked Duelist. He played in the 1v1 tournament we had, where everybody's identities were hidden, but Dark's identity doesn't stay hidden very long. People can usually tell it's him without much trouble, as he goes for multiple resets, but Mozzarella is there on the goal line. But he played Oski in that first round, was able to get the win, and oh my goodness, Mozzarella rocking a flick to the crossbar, down and in. Dark scored first, but since then, it's been 7 straight for Mozzarella, who seems to be in the zone here, and is putting a distance between himself and Dark. But yeah, he played against Oski, and I would say Oski is a similar, if not maybe even tougher opponent than Mozzarella. He was able to win in that series. He's having a bit of a tougher time here against Mozzarella in Game 1. And then after that, he, of course, ran into Moxie, and there are very few players who could take down Moxie. I think the list is mostly, able to fit on one hand. Although I think Jack actually got a nice recent win against Moxie. Dark slamming this one into the ceiling, straight back down to his car. It seemed like it was going to be an aerial play, but he hit it so hard, and it just came soaring right back down into a ground dribble. as Dark is not going to try and shoot here with Mozzarella waiting on the ground. He pre-flips this time, double reset, and actually plays it into Dark. Mozzarella is being able to jump up and down and still able to get these interceptions. You can see there's a ton of respect from Mozzarella, who knows that just because Dark went back down to the ground doesn't mean he's not going to find a way to, you know, get another reset and keep it in the air. As Dark now has a bit of a scoring streak himself. I think it was 7 straight for Mozzarella, now 2 straight for Dark. And he's going to need a similar trend in the next minute 35 if he wants to bring it back. Mozzarella, though, kickoff goal will make it 8-3. You don't think Jack beat Moxie? Oh, you're right. I think I misremembered that. I completely misremembered that. Somebody... Oh, did Moxie make it all the way to the final? Dude, I guess I watched too many 1v1s. maybe I've been very busy. It happened just yesterday. And it was probably a Nas Moxie final, wasn't it? Now that I think about it. So maybe it really is just a couple people. Because I think he was eliminated by Jorius. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the last Arm the Rebels in which Jorius took him down. Jorius and Jack, we understand how those are very similar. Dark, pogo shot. There's Dark trying to hit one for the fans. He actually had a chance maybe at the bottom left. Most importantly, he has been able to keep possession for a while and has slowed down the scoring of Mozzarella. Obviously, there was a couple minutes of this match where it got out of hand. Dark either getting a read or Mozzarella easing off the gas with a lot of cushion here late. But either way, I would not recommend easing off the gas because momentum can often carry over between games as Dark is going to slam this into the ceiling. The pre-jump from Mozzarella has worked well. He has understood the assignment when it comes to defending against Dark. And he's got himself a Game 1 win. A nice best of 5. Dark trying to hit an angle for the fans. Not going to be able to get it. Game number 1 goes to Mozzarella in this best of 5. Hey YouTube, this video is sponsored by Rocket League. They currently have a collaboration with Marvel for the Haunted Hollows event that has a ton of Spider-Man items both in the item shop and in some challenges that you can collect and get for free. It is definitely worth checking out. I'm super excited because Spider-Man has always been my favorite superhero and there's a lot of cool stuff. But it's not just items. There's also a new version of Driftwoods. Driftwoods came out in that last update. Now there's Driftwoods Night as a part of Haunted Hollows, and there's some awesome limited time events. So you can see a couple clips here of me playing Spooky Cube as, of course, it goes to overtime, and I clutch up within moments to get the dub. But it's not just Spooky Cube, it is also Haunted Heat Seeker, which I was playing as well. And surely my save did the hard work here on this redirect from my buddy. So we get a nice one on the board, me and Avery U. But Haunted Hollows has Spider-Man stuff, has limited time modes. Thank you, Rocket League, for sponsoring the stream and the videos. I highly recommend checking it out. Game number 2. Dark has been playing as Mohammed recently. Actually, my nickname for him, though, on Steam is Dark. And it looks like it replaced his name. But if you see that there for a second or at any moment, because that is the name that he's been playing under. If he plays under it enough, I guess we can swap his name over, but he still streams under a Dark account. Dark pre-flipping into a reset after scoring the first goal. He's now going to set the field. The Spider-Man decal, it goes between the classic and basically the Venom Spider-Man, and it completely swaps the color palette. It basically puts you from orange team to blue team. Dark. Reset shot. Is he going to get one more? He does drop it in, and Mozzarella can't get the save. It is a full field dribble from Dark with multiple resets. We talked about the Diaz dribble. Looks like Dark can do it as well, but Dark doesn't do it the way Diaz does. Dark is just using the resets in order to launch the ball further and catch back up to it. Got one more for the finish. Dark, I don't think he's even doing his classic fake kickoff he loves to do. It seems like he just disregarded it, and Mozzarella still will hand him the ball. Dark air dribble. Nice wave dash shot. Top shelf. Dark. He is not the kind of guy you want to give the ball into the back corner at the start of a possession. He is showing that he can mix it up. Sure, the first couple air dribbles weren't going in, but adding in a wave dash shot might get Mozzarella a bit more scared. It's a kickoff win, and it's Dark making it 4-0. Blown up. Thank you for the tier 1 for 6 months. Appreciate you. Those tier 1ers helping out a lot to get to Partner Plus. Dark out of the corner. Mozzarella at ceiling height. Dark keeps playing into it. Mozzarella is forcing him to go down to the ground or forcing him to play it a bit lower. And Dark seems uninterested in doing that. He just continues to try and go up over the top of Mozzarella, which means Mozzarella's challenges can be, you know, a little bit one-dimensional if he wants, until Dark finally proves he's willing to try and go underneath him when he takes high with those aerials. Delay kickoff from Mozzarella. Not going to work out for him. He's going to try and recover back. Dark, at least this time, not pushing the ball towards him when he sees that pre-jump. He's going to go start a dribble all the way from his own back corner. Keeping it at ceiling height. This time Mozzarella defending from the ground. Another wave dash shots, but didn't get the height on it or the power, and an awkward landing means Mozzarella will be rewarded for his stop with a goal the other way. Dark also is normally using the Kachow goal explosion, but this time it's Mozzarella. Dark reset shots. Actually corrected what was not the best angle after the first reset. And a demo results in him getting back in time and back to one of his favorite positions. This time going to ceiling heights to get the reset. Even though the setup didn't look great, he doesn't seem to mind. He'll try and make something out of anything every single time. And a decent enough shot this time to make sure he's in position to play some defense. Mozzarella fakes, but at the cost of being able to put the ball on target. Now Dark defending on 0 boost and left open that near post. 4 straight for Dark to open the game, but now 3 straight for Mozzarella as he starts to work his way back. There's this one guy in the chat who showed up, and all he said the whole time is just every single message has been a negative message about one player. So, so that tells me we don't need that guy. I think we're going to say goodbye to him. Dark far out from the nets. Mozzarella playing very passive. You can see Dark trying to be non-committal on each one of his takes to see if he can get Mozzarella to make a mistake. Mozzarella does not, but Dark manages to hold on to possession, and he just keeps getting one more reset. I don't think I'm ever expecting it. Mozzarella clearly doesn't seem to be expecting it. This time it's not for a shot on target, but it is to try and keep possession. A miss on the sidewall, though, and what a recovery from Dark. Yeah, okay, he should have been scored on. He still is, but he got very close to making it work after the mistake. Unfortunately, he's going to let 4 straight in after taking a big lead. Mozzarella losing the kickoff. Dark gonna get his 5th. Not a bad time to get it as he spent the whole game in the lead. Sure, it can hurt the mental to see it tied, but it'll only be tied for seconds. Now here is Dark's classic fake kickoff. Mozzarella does read it and decides to put the chip shot on target. And now Dark with 0 boost, staying really aggressive. Mozza wanted a full field psycho. That would have been absolutely filthy. But no touch means it'll be a Dark dribble. And right now, Dark's first touches seem like they could really afford to be adjusted. He's having to do so much work after he starts the dribble just to make it a viable attack. If he could get them started, you know, attacking the net with the right amount of power right away, I think he could be much more threatening. But Dark doesn't seem to be too worried about that. He'll just try and make anything out of whatever setup he gets. Dark has been doing really well on the kickoffs here. He powers this one to the backboard. Now waiting to undercut Mozzarella. Mozzarella does escape, but without any boost. Dark is, just like Diaz, very willing to fully reset possession because he feels comfortable starting attacks from the back wall. Not a lot of players do. This one's going to fall far short of the net. Mozzarella has to score here with 30 seconds left to go. Dark falling off the ceiling. Ground pinch. Plays right into Dark's hands, who faked high, but made sure he got down to the ground before the shot. Dark trying to catch Mozzarella, who's been pressuring up on the side wall and, you know, getting up to ceiling height to take away his shots. Dark went for the good counter there, which is just shoot immediately, try and see if you can rush it and catch him out of position. But even though he's going to maybe let a goal in here, actually won't. It will still be a game win for Dark as game number 2 goes to him. We got a best of 3 to separate these guys for $250. Yo, Jump! Thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. Game number 3. Dark off the side wall, looking for multiple resets, and is able to place it over the top of Mozzarella. And that is what it's really all about, placement. Mozzarella is slowly creeping out in front of the net. Does leave available that top right corner as a tough place for him to get to, and that's where Dark puts it. Dark, another kickoff win. Interesting. Way to keep this dribble going. I thought for sure the ball is already headed down to the ground. I didn't imagine Dark would try and fight back against that momentum, but he does get the demo, and now showing his wall dashing ability, or his recovery dashes onto that wall because he uses it to demo Mozzarella. If he doesn't land perfectly with that dash, I don't think he gets supersonic and can get the demo, but he does. And now he's up 2-0. Dark fake kickoff. Slams one into the ceiling. Air dribble reset shot. He will go down to the ground and pogo. We all know that. Mozzarella tried to challenge him as he went to the ground. Used that reset instead. Dark vying for control of the ball with Mozzarella. Mozzarella did just enough. Prevent the scoring opportunity. Dark going to get himself demoed, but Mozzarella actually has to dive into the net to do so. Has to get top speed and then attack him, and that affects his recovery long enough that Dark is able to respawn and really have no trouble taking the ball away. Mozzarella wants to slow play. Denied. Dark back to one of his favorite positions. Flipping into those resets. He loves the pre-flip reset. Always seems to know, no matter where he is behind the ball, exactly what kind of flip it would take to land perfectly to get one more reset. Again, trying to punish Mozzarella for what he felt was bad positioning. Thought that bottom right corner was open, but while he was mostly correct, had he put it on target, I think it stood a chance. He misses wide, and it turns out to be a pass for Mozzarella. Dark. Double jump into a bump. Mozzarella sneaks around it. Just going to try and power shot bottom left, and it works. Dark cannot recover in time. You can watch and see what Dark's recovery was. He's normally a guy whose recoveries are pretty interesting to watch. Actually, no zap dashing. Very surprising from him. Not that it would have helped him, but these huge kickoff wins. Dark just has such a clean, like, car control into the kickoff and such a set play where he can really show just how quick he is. And when Mozzarella plays into that and goes for a standard kickoff as well, he's just getting crushed. This time Mozzarella goes wave dash kickoff, but still can't handle the speed that Dark is getting there. And now reset, wave dash bump, and demo. Nice shot from Dark as the whole screen gets consumed by his goal explosion. Mozzarella waiting on the ground. Dark says, stop doing that. Come try and challenge. I want to reset it over the top of you, but if you wait down there, then I'll be forced to go bump you. Another kickoff win for Dark. Ooh, that is a goal. I was going to say maybe not a goal, but Dark did get it. Kickoffs have been massive for him. Mozzarella needs to find a way to handle those kickoffs. Fake kickoff. Dark always staying one step ahead. Mozzarella learning now that he needs to back off, try not to try and steal the ball away from Dark, who will always get one more reset, whether you think he will or not. Great placement for Mozzarella. Instead, you have to truly, truly wait for him to get to the ground. Mozzarella putting one on target. Easy save for Dark. Back to his favorite position. It is going to be the first pogo behind the ball from Dark. Mozzarella jumps and is able to 50 it and keep it from going in. Dark has had a much harder time having success with those pogos behind the ball. Back in the day when he first brought him out, no one had ever seen them before. He was able to score them with a little bit more ease, but defenders are a bit more prepared now. Doesn't mean that Dark still isn't going to try and go for it, and doesn't mean he's not the best at doing it when he can. Has a 2-goal lead right now. After a tough game one, it's been all Dark since then. And a flick will get a 6-3 with 1:30 left to go. Dark looking to try and welcome Mozzarella to the stream in his debut match. Mozzarella faking the flick. Nice shot. Fakes the flick and goes for the wave dash shot instead. You see Dark jumping in the air as he looks to defend what is a great setup flick. Oh, actually in and out of the net. Mozzarella, great recognition. Just going to the ground. This is what Mozzarella needs to work on. I mean, Dark has stacked up a nice fake from Dark to guarantee he gets his goal. But he has stacked up so many direct kickoff goals off the side wall. We have to watch a little bit more from Mozzarella's perspective on these kickoffs, because this is really the difference maker right now. There's probably at least 3 of them in this game. That's how much he's losing by. Dark got ahead of himself. Gonna allow a Mozzarella goal. Minute 2 on the clock. These are not even really fakes from Dark. He is just not going to the kickoff and saying, what do you want to do with it? Mozzarella so far has given him the ball. Multiple resets from Dark. Shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Nice bump. And actually, it might even convert for a goal. I was just thinking it was a defensive bump, but he got Mozzarella up in the air, which means he's going to be able to really send him far. Very unlikely to see a recovery from him as Dark extends the lead to 3. Mozzarella needs a quick goal now. Pre-flipping into the ball. We'll take it back into his corner, but every moment, yeah, I actually like this long shot. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's the kind of goal he needs if he wants to save himself some time to get 2 more. Dark on very little boost, just going to challenge the ball before Mozzarella gets anything going, and I think game number 3, he's going to go to Dark. Reset shots. We'll get him a 9th. First touch reset. The way Dark is able to turn these into air dribbles is so unique. I don't think anybody's getting as clean of follow-up touches as Dark is after rising that high to get the reset. Dark taking one off the side wall. Able to wave dash down. Was hoping to cut it back behind Mozzarella, but won't be able to do it. Either way, it's going to be a game win. Mozzarella maybe going to try a different car as we head to game number 4. Game number 4. And match point for Dark. Mozzarella into an Octane. As Dark going to launch this one all the way to ceiling heights. Dark still maintaining first possession. Going to pre-flip into this ball. Mozzarella, I don't know. I haven't seen enough show matches from Mozzarella. Do you guys know, is he normally an Octane? Or is he normally Fennec? And is he switching out just to find a new spark? Or is he going back to maybe what he's more used to? I would expect most players to be Fennec nowadays. Usually the only Octanes are the old guard. The old guard that are left in the Octane, you know, who just have such nostalgia on it. Pretty much everyone else is like moving off of it. So it doesn't surprise me that, you know, Mozzarella as a newer player, younger player, would probably be maining Fennec. But he's willing to try it out, to try and bring back this series. Dark chaining some dashes together on 0 boost to try and affect this play. Can he use those same dashes to get back in time? He will. That is often the danger of using those dashes. Put yourself too deep on the opponent's half. Dark, the pogo shot is denied, or is it in? Mozzarella saves it! Oh no! That was pixels away. Mozzarella somehow was able to keep it out. So the Dark fans who want their pogo shot aren't going to get it. Mozzarella air dribble bump denied. As Dark tries to use his speedy recoveries to get himself a goal. Mozzarella was able to throw him off for a moment, but can he keep him out? Dark had an angle. Yeah, Mozzarella will get the demo. So now Mozzarella, a dribble from the back corner for himself. Reset at ceiling height. Dark goes up there to meet him. And because Mozzarella went so high, there wasn't really an adjustment to the arc he could make. And that allows Dark to be able to get the interception. Dark now on 0. He doesn't seem to mind that. Obviously, he loves his boost, but he also seems to accept the challenge to show off how much he can do with dashing. But the problem is dashing cannot save a shot. I guess it could. If you could dash on the back wall and maybe make a save high, but that's not where Mohammed was. Or aka Dark. You can see his name switching back and forth between that. He's been playing on Steam as Mohammed a lot recently. My nickname for him on Steam is Dark. If he changes his Twitch and he fully leads into the new name, then we'll update it here. But I think he's going back and forth as far as I'm aware. Mozzarella gonna get the reset and let it fall to the ground. Go top right. Able to fake Dark out and make this a 2-goal lead for him. Mozzarella this time adjusting what he's doing on these fake kickoffs. Before he was just giving him the ball. This time he slow plays it. And I think that's probably the right play. How he was handling the fake kickoffs before was not going well for him. As Dark reset in the corner, using it to almost take the ball away. He's trying to reset on the back wall. Mozzarella doing his best to fight and prevent that from happening, but here is Dark back in one of his favorite positions. Air dribbles across the length of the field. How does he roll himself back onto the ball? It's always so impressive. Every time I think, okay, well, that's it. You know, after using that flip, the air dribble is now over. And with ease, he rolls himself back into another reset. So he changed some dashes together. Can't get to the ball, but did slightly bump Mozzarella, who's gone to ceiling heights and is looking for another steal. Timed the attack well to not arrive at that corner too early, where he couldn't take the boost. Dark gonna get 100, but it will be enough to get back. It will. Double jump save. Demoed. 5 boost. Should still be enough to make this shot, and he actually put it as far away from Dark as possible. 4-1 for Mozzarella as he's trying to force a game 5 against Dark. Dark headed to his back corner. Mozzarella on no boost is trying to stay close to him, make him feel the pressure. Dark goes for the pogo shot. Actually, too much height on it. Mozzarella repositioned him perfectly. Wait a second. Mozzarella made a big mistake. Mozzarella had Dark on the wrong side of the ball, and then he slammed him out to what I would think is a much better position. Not only did he have a chance to 50, he almost had a chance to score, courtesy of Mozzarella's bump. And Dark is going to avoid it this time. Does he have a hook shot that Mozzarella can't get to? Oh, he tried to place it perfect and missed just barely wide. Mozzarella still on 0, though. So this goal seems like it might be inevitable. The problem is Dark does not have a ton of time. Wave dash shot, and he'll cut it away. He saw Mozzarella going on the inside of that right wall from Mozzarella's perspective. And he knew if he got to the ground and cut it away, Gonna be a tough save. Did Monkey Moon join Vitality? Yeah, he did. I think that's officially announced. Monkey Moon Exotic Zen on Vitality. Minute left to go. Dark overshooting the pre-jump, and that is a crucial moment. I want to say that is a game secured almost for Mozzarella. Dark was in striking distance. He's going to need a few of those kickoffs. To be fair, he has been scoring a lot of this series. Goes straight to the sidewall and into the net. This one's not quite that good, but he still has a decent possession, and he slow plays it to make sure Mozzarella has to stay center net and deal with the fact that Dark could be faking. Mozzarella can't overcommit, and then before he can really adjust, he finally places it in the bottom left. Fake kickoff now for Mozzarella. Gets himself demoed. Dark should be able to get around the ball. I said that this one was getting secured, but Dark has managed to save himself 32 seconds to try and take down Mozzarella, as he shows him who has the better fake kickoff in the matchup, but also maybe gave him the blueprint on one way to deal with the fake kickoff. Dark couldn't ask for much more. A possession off the side wall. Mozzarella went to the ceiling. You can see Dark intentionally taking this dribble later than he otherwise would in order to throw off Mozzarella's positioning. He wants him to be up at the ceiling too early for the dribble. But Mozzarella managed to adjust to the back wall, still make the save. Now he's going to attack with 10 seconds left to go. The wave dash shot, and Mozzarella probably, again, has secured himself a Game 5. But the way Dark has been kicking off, we really don't know until we give him a chance at 2 more here. Dark, kickoff win. I don't think it's good enough, though. He will get undercut on the wave dash. Mozzarella sending it to the side wall, and it will be a victory lap shot for him as the clock winds down. The pre-flip reset might have been scored if he was able to take it off the bounce, but 0 seconds will end it. Game 5, Dark versus Mozzarella. We got ourselves a close match in this sponsored stream from Rocket League. Game 5, Dark and Mozzarella. Momentum maybe in favor of the Frenchman, who people are upset is not Italian, I believe, due to his Mozzarella name. Dark not going to take the ball into Mozzarella, who's just floating at ceiling heights. Instead, he'll return back down to the ground, go for the double jump bump in order to convert the first goal. Mozzarella has been able to change these sidewall kickoffs from being terrible losses that go directly into his net to instead just first possessions for Dark, which is better but still not great, as Dark going to pass this to himself in the corner and use a nice wall dash to get back to this. The pre-flip shot finds the really tough angle. It's a great shot from Dark to extend the lead. Fake kickoff. Mozzarella now playing these slow. That can be dangerous as well. If somebody runs into the ball with a big boost advantage. Dark has himself a possession, and he got Mozzarella, who thought that ball was going to the ground. We can watch it from his perspective. He was nowhere close to intercepting this one, as he thought for sure. Dark was so far away from the ball, he figured it was going all the way to the ground, or he thought, surely I can find a way to intercept this. But Dark had just set up his flip perfectly for the return. 3-0 lead. Dark trying to clutch it out here in Game 5. Ceiling reset, shot down, saved by Mozzarella. Mozzarella has played a good series so far, showed a full range of 1v1 ability, which is not too surprising, considering he's had a lot of recent success in the Arm the Rebels 1v1 stuff, as well as Hoodie Stream. You have to be a fairly well-rounded player. But Dark is unlike any opponent you face, I think. You really have to learn exactly what's going to work against this quite unique player when you play him. Dark has used a couple times now. Pogo's not really for great effect, but enough to just get a better 50 as he's falling to the ground. He really should be losing this ball almost directly into his net. But by pogoing, he just makes the 50 a little bit more awkward buys himself a bit of time, although this one does still end up being a goal for Mozzarella. Dark chaining some dashes together, and with the ball high in the air, is trying to stick around on 0 boost, which feels a bit risky, but he wasn't immediately punished. Mozzarella is the only one who could get to that ball, but he manages to not be able to put it on target. We weren't watching his POV, not sure how open it was, or if he felt rushed by Dark, who is now going to be able to steal the ball away and put the lead back to 3. Dark bumped twice off the kickoff. That'll do it. Mozzarella needs to get the offense going before long. Still tons of time left in this match. Dark starting a really aggressive dribble, attacking straight at the back wall low. One that I would think would be hard to create a shot out of, but Dark has proven me wrong before. This time he doesn't, though. Does end up handing possession over to Mozzarella, who's going to try and cut this infield if Dark isn't careful. Dark was. Now a demo as he sees Mozzarella running out to the ball. And wasn't able to get the ball to roll up the sidewall. I don't know if that's what he wanted. It seems like that's what Dark normally does. He'll take the power shot instead. Try and work with what he's got as he misses his dash. To finish off this play, Mozzarella on 0. Pick up a pad, center field, and use that to pop up a flick. Dark recovery so solid, and he won this 50 well enough that a low boost Mozzarella, who was looking to get greedy on the goal line, is not going to be able to follow it up for a goal. 5-2. Still lots of time for Mozzarella to bring it back. It's far from over here. But he does need to shift the momentum, and he can do a lot of that by getting first possessions off kickoff. He has one here. Misses wide, though, on his chance on nets. And now he's going to have to deal with a Dark air dribble with him recovering late to the back wall. Dark just overshoots it himself without any encouragement. So Mozzarella can feel lucky there, but I don't know how long he'll feel lucky with Dark back into the air again. He has one reset, gets a second. Mozzarella pre-jumps it, and could tell he was going to that top corner. He's able to intercept it. Will his hook shot be enough to get past Dark? No, Dark saves it perfectly into the crossbar and then fakes him. Dark on 0 boost. Makes it look like he's going to try and chip the ball high, but instead stays grounded. And Mozzarella goes soaring over the top in his attempt to try and get a goal out of it. Now a minute left to go. Now it is to the moment where Mozzarella is indeed running out of time. He had a lot of time for a while, but he needs offense right here, right now. Dark popping this one at ceiling heights. Mozzarella able to avoid the demo. Dark with 9 boost, doing a great job of just buying more and more time. Even if this boost advantage does play into an eventual Mozzarella goal, he's at least taking a ton of time off the clock. Boost advantage is not going to end here. Dark got really aggressive. A little bit more faith in his dashing ability than maybe he should have, as he did get back to this ball, or really nothing to do with dashing, I should say. At that point, he's nowhere around the side wall, but put himself underneath the play. 25 seconds. Mozzarella needs a big kickoff win, and he doesn't get it. Dark pushes it into the orange half. Mozzarella does manage to get all the boost, which I mentioned before. You need to have the boost advantage to win these games in the final moments. Mozzarella, though, used up all his boost to get the setup. This shot has to go in. It's going to go wide, and it's not going to go off the post. If it went off the post, Mozzarella stood a chance at dunking it in. But instead, it'll be Dark to the back wall. He'll let it fall down. A Game 5 win for Dark as he welcomes Mozzarella's debut to the stream. It's a GG's and a win for the Saudi Arabian. Shout out Dark. Shout out Mozzarella for playing. Shout out Rocket League for sponsoring this show match. Check out the Haunted Hollows events. Thank you for the invite. Thanks for playing, my guy. Thanks for playing. GG's.